Selamat pagi dan terima kasih kepada semua rakan media yang hadir hari ini. Perkara yang saya akan bincangkan hari ini adalah sangat serius kepada kedaulatan dan juga kelestarian negara kita. Dan kami sangat memandang serius terhadap perkara ini. Mesyuarat Jemaah Menteri pada 24 April 2019 telah memberi mandat kepada Kementerian Tenaga Sains Teknologi Alam Sekitar dan Perubahan Iklim iaitu MESTECC untuk menubuhkan satu special task force pasukan petugas yang melibatkan kerjasama berbagai agensi bagi membolehkan siasatan terhadap kegiatan penyelundupan sisa plastik ke Malaysia. Memandangkan kita ada kehadiran rakan-rakan media dari antarabangsa, izinkan saya meneruskan sidang media ini dalam bahasa Inggeris dulu. Lepas tu saya akan secara ringkas mengucap dalam bahasa kebangsaan dan juga bahasa Cina. Ministry of Energy, Science, Technology, Environment and Climate Change (MESTECC) will be shipping back 450 metric tons of contaminated plastic waste contained in 10 containers immediately, while running in an inspection process on more than 50 containers which was illegally brought in. A total of 3,000 metric tons of plastic waste from 60 containers are expected to be shipped back once the containers are fully inspected. The laborious and costly inspection process was necessary to identify the content of the containers and its exporting country. To date, MESTECC through Department of Environment (DOE) has inspected 123 containers originating from countries such as United Kingdom, United States, Japan, China, Spain, Canada, Australia, Netherlands, Germany, Saudi Arabia, Singapore, Bangladesh, Norway, and France. To date, DOE has led 10 joint operations at Port Klang. The inspection process will still be ongoing. The joint operation was led by DOE together with Royal Malaysian Customs, Royal Malaysian Police, Port Klang Authority, National Solid Waste Management Department, and Westports Malaysia. As a party to the Basel Convention, Malaysia imposes strict requirements in line with the Article 411 of the Convention for all importation of mixed plastic waste to ensure that any transboundary movement is conducted in a manner which will protect human health and environment. We will continue to weed out the import of contaminated plastic waste, the import of garbage from other countries. These containers were illegally brought in to the country under false declaration and other offences which clearly violates our environmental laws. I give you an example. Through our investigation, we uncover a recycling factory, a recycling company in the UK has been a constant exporter of plastic waste to Malaysia for the past 2 years. They have cumulatively exported more than 1,000 containers, just one company alone, which amount to more than 50,000 metric tons of plastic waste from the UK. Just one recycling company in the UK, we get 1,000 containers for the past two years in our investigation. This is because this recycling company are dumping this, so what the citizen of the UK believe that they send for recycling is actually dumped in our country. And this is something that is very serious, and we do not only found this one company, we have found a few companies from different countries. We are compiling the list of the so-called recycling companies from this developed country, and we will send the list of these names of these companies to the respective governments to take further actions against an investigation for these companies in their respective countries. Now we know that garbage, like what you see just now, is traded under the pretext of recycling. Malaysians are forced to suffer poor air quality due to open burning of plastics, which leads to health hazard, polluted rivers, illegal landfills, and a host of other related environmental problems. Malaysians, like any other developing countries, have a right to clean air, clean water, sustainable resources, and clean environment to live in, just like citizens of developed nations. That is why we are here to urge the developed countries to also review their management of plastic waste and stop shipping garbage out to the developing countries. If they ship to Malaysia, we will return it back without mercy. And we would like to also ask them to take responsibility, not only from this side, that we curb the import of it, and we hope that it actually is curbed at the source. To be very opaque with your own taxpayers about recycling waste and then dump the garbage into our country is unfair and uncivilized. We also view the Malaysians who actually import the garbage to Malaysia is they are traitors to the country's sustainability, and therefore they should be stopped and brought to justice. We would like to once again stress that both Malaysians government, the Malaysians, and also the foreign governments who export the waste have responsibility to make sure that transboundary garbage movement do not happen again. And allow me to say, speak this. We will speak in Bahasa and then in Chinese. Hari ini kita membuat operasi bersepadu bersama-sama dengan agensi-agensi berbeza. Ini adalah hasil ya daripada operasi bersepadu yang kita telah buat 10 kali kita buat operasi bersepadu untuk menyiasat 123 kontainer di pelabuhan Klang. Dan kita dapati bahawa ada ramai yang menyelundup ataupun masukkan sampah ke Malaysia. Tapi dia kata adalah untuk recycling. Bukan untuk recycling. Apa yang kita nampak tadi adalah banyak yang tidak boleh dikitar semula, yang banyak yang diseludup masuk tanpa kebenaran daripada kerajaan. Kita akan hantar balik semua kontainer-kontainer tersebut. Sebanyak 10 kontainer iaitu 450 tan plastik, sisa plastik akan hantar dengan serta-merta. Notis akan diberi hari ini dan dalam 14 hari konsaini ataupun syarikat yang import sisa-sisa ini perlu hantar balik ke negara asal. Dan kita juga sekarang sedang buat siasatan kepada 50 kontainer lagi yang dibawa masuk secara haram. Ya, yang di 50 ini akan disiasat, selepas siasatan juga akan hantar balik. Oleh itu, jumlah sisa plastik yang kita akan hantar balik, jumlah sampah yang kita akan hantar balik adalah 60 kontainer dan berjumlah 3,000 metric ton. Itu adalah banyak ya. Itu sahaja secara ringkas. izinkan saya ucap dalam bahasa Cina。今天我们做了这个联合的行动，因为在4月24号内阁已经决定让我的部门呢，就是让环境部呢去做一个调查，在这个整个看我们国家到底运输了多少这一个，还是这整个运输这个塑料垃圾的调查整个的过程。我们总共做了10个这个operasi bersepadu， 我们做了10个联合的行动，然后我们调查了123个container 货柜，来自不同的国家，英国、美国、日本、西班牙、荷兰、沙地、新加坡、挪威等等，我们调查了这很多，然后我们准备把10个是 immediately 就是即刻今天就会把 notice send 给这个10个把这个垃圾运进来国家的，还有50个呢 我们会，他们也是非法运进来国家，我们会调查了过后呢，完成了调查过后，同样也把这个50个货柜会还去给原产国。总共马来西亚政府会会运回这些垃圾，总共60个货柜，3000公吨的垃圾回去给原产国。这些呢，我们希望呢，我们认为马来西亚人民有权利有干净的水、干净的空气，我们不能够因为这一个塑料不断的进来，让污染了这个非法的塑料垃圾进来，污染了我们的环境。政府会继续这个整个行动，来确保马来西亚不成为这个世界的垃圾场。我们tadi saya kata dalam bahasa Inggeris, saya nak kata dalam bahasa Melayu ya. Saya berasa bahawa sesiapa rakyat Malaysia ya yang bekerja sama dengan eksporter untuk importkan sampah-sampah ke Malaysia adalah pengkhianat kelestarian negara kita. Ya, saya nak katakan di sini bahawa ini adalah orang yang tidak sayangi negara kita. Ya, 我要讲，刚才我这一些能够串通了国外的那一些人，把这些垃圾运进来马来西亚的马来西亚人，是国家环境保护的叛国者，他们需要被惩罚，他们需要把对他们所做的行动呢，做出这个补救，他们需要把这些所有他们运来的垃圾运回去原产国。Okay, with that I open up for the question. Buka untuk soalan dan we can ask in any question in any language.
Can you just clarify what you saw 9 containers there? You mentioned 10. Just clarify that. Second thing is that you mentioned Malaysians are places. Does it mean that Malaysia is no longer going to be a dumping ground for waste products?
So because I was just showing the types of different types of waste that are going to be sent back. We're actually going to send back 60. You see, 60. 60. But there are different types. The first type is that of household. You see the household, and then you see the bottles from Australia that is full of, that still have maggots. Ada ulat lagi ya, yang satu botol ya, botol susu. And then you see some mixed waste from Japan, and then you see e-waste that actually still wrapped with the PVC, and you see many different types. So I'm just showing you different types of waste that we are going to send back. The actual container that we are going to send back immediately are 10, and then actually very near future is 60. So a total of 60, excluding the 5 that we have sent back to Spain. We have already sent back 5 to Spain. We'll continue to send it back to the country of origin.
And who's paying for that waste to be sent?
So it depends on the law that we are using. The more quicker one will be the companies that import the plastic waste. So we will use local law, Environmental Quality Act 1974, to necessitate and to make it mandatory for them to send back, failing which they will be brought to court. Alright, so that is why we are using that. If that fails, let's say for example we can't find the consignee or anything, then only we will use Basel Convention. Basel Convention is where the exporters will pay for it. Because it is an illegal traffic under Article 9 of Basel Convention, this is without consent and therefore being categorized as illegal traffic, and that the exporter will have to pay. But because the process is longer, we would like to first seek using the local laws to send back, because the local laws make it 14 days you have to send back the waste.
Just answer the second question. I mean, does it mean that people don't want to see Malaysia?
Malaysia will not be a dumping ground to the world, and we will continue to work very hard to make sure that whoever that send their waste to Malaysia, whether it's e-waste, whether it's plastic waste or whatever waste, we will send it back. And we will fight back. Even though we are a small country, we cannot be bullied by developed countries. We cannot be a dumping ground by the developed countries. And all Malaysians deserve as good an environment as people of the developed world.
You said developed countries, but there was one container even from Bangladesh.
Yeah.
Is this the first time something like this?
I was very shocked to see that from Bangladesh. That is a mixed waste. So you see sometimes the containers in front, they are the legal ones. What is at the back is the illegal ones. So we are seeing this happening, and we really hope that things like that will not happen, and including that from Bangladesh as well.
In the 60 containers that you discover, how many involve local players, and will they be charged in law?
Every containers will have local players.
How many companies?
We cannot disclose at this moment because of the so every containers will have a local player. Otherwise, they cannot import here. It is because there is local importers here and there is exporters there. That is why things happen. That is why I say these people are traitors, right? And I do not have other words to describe them.
You mentioned about the fines for these local companies. What are the fines like? How much are they going to be charged?
It depends on what are the laws that we're going to charge them. So one thing, if they send it back, they will have to shoulder all storage and all the shipping back of the cost of shipping back. And if not, they have got to be under the Environmental Quality Act, Clean Air regulations. They have to, anybody that contravenes or fail to comply any provision of this regulation shall be guilty of an offence and shall be liable to a fine of maximum 100,000 or imprisonment of up to 2 years. Same goes to industrial effluent. Yeah? Industrial effluent offenders will have to be fined if more than to a maximum of 100,000 and a maximum of imprisonment of 5 years.
YB, out of the 60 containers, how many will be going back to Japan?
We will give the breakdown the 60 will give the breakdown later on, yeah, because the 50 we have got to still go through the process before we do a formal sending back. But we expect to send back 60 containers.
Maybe do you also do checks in other ports? This West port, how about Penang port, Johor port?
So we are checking. This is the first phase of investigation. So we had 1 month of investigation and found this to be happening. So all the SOPs and everything that we do here will then be multiply and do it in other ports to make sure that all the ports will be controlled. I want to say that not only plastic waste, e-waste just now you saw, so these are the things that is happening in a global manner, and not only Malaysia is the receiver. Many developing countries become the receiver of this waste.
I want to ask you about what's happening at the other end, because, for instance, in Australia, the recycling companies insist that they have an audit process, that they check their shipments before they go out, and can't understand how smuggling is happening or how the contamination is happening. Can you shed any light on what's happening?
The gap between the recycling, the so to say recycling company who actually collect recycling materials to be sent back out, and then they say they are recycling. They're actually just traders, right? So these companies do not track and monitor where this plastic waste eventually end up in. They do not actually track whether or not it's actually recycled in a legal and environmentally compliant factories. Well, they do not. They only send up and think that this is enough. That is why it is very important. Just now, the last container we saw was from China. Was supposed to be from China. So the country of origin was from China, but when we open up, it's actually garbage from France. So what happened is this, is that when China banned plastic waste into China, some of these waste are being sent out to developing countries, and especially Southeast Asia, including Malaysia. And this is not the only, this probably is just the tip of the iceberg of the banning of China of plastics waste, and then then what we see today in Malaysia. Because what China has banned is that it opened up the eyes of the world to see that we have huge garbage and recycling problem. We are actually dumping garbage to other countries, half a globe away, and thinking that we are actually doing recycle. The citizens in the developed country diligently separate their waste. They think that they separate their waste into many, many different bins. It will end up helping the environment. But what they do not know is that these recycling companies actually export this waste out to Malaysia, out to many other countries for recycling. But many of these people do not have a premise for recycling. They will just be recycling illegally, which will harm the environment of the developing countries. So this is what is happening in the world now, and I actually think that it actually requires the whole world to rethink of how we manage our waste and how we see recycling. And we hope that each country take care of their own garbage. You dispose of your own garbage, I dispose of mine. I be responsible of mine, so that everyone take responsibility of that. All right?
You got 6
Maybe we give maybe we give some.
How has the environmental impact or has been for residents or for businesses, or is it affecting our water quality, and why can't the Malaysian sanitation system cope with this?
Yeah, so what we are seeing today is we received the first report sometime in July, where residents smell very pungent smell of burning of plastic. And then we closed out that plastic recycling factories. Then we receive from another. So there is a mushrooming of illegal recycling factories. That illegal recycling factories burn their plastics that is not recyclable. They do not have water treatment. So whatever water that they use to wash the plastic, just now you saw the plastics are all so dirty, is going to be discharged to our water body like this. Why so? Because when you have contaminated plastic waste as a raw material, nobody can recycle it as of now in a more environmentally friendly way. If you want to be compliant to this laws, Environmental Quality Act, you won't be able to recycle and make money. So that is why those people actually choose an illegal way to recycle and make money for them. So we have clamped down, as of now, since July last year, we have clamped down more than 150 illegal plastic recycling factories.
What's the value of the decline illegal plastic recycling?
Since July last year. So those that have asked one question, maybe we allow the others that have not asked the question to ask first, and then we can repeat another time. Okay?
所以 YB 想知道说，涉及的这个 exporter， 如果说他把这些 garbage 已经送回去国家，是否还会再被提供上庭？
那就要看他有没有false declaration。如果他有 false declaration 呢 ，custom 也是会把他罚款的。然后最重要把他们列入黑名单，这些人都不能够再运输了。这些就是运输垃圾来的人，都是我们叫做害群之马，他们就应该被列入这个黑名单里面，不可以再做这个运输的这个活动。
YB 有提到昨天有媒体报道在霹雳也出现这样子的情况。
We have investigated the case. 在霹雳 we have investigated the case of the BBC, the one that the BBC reported, the UK waste being found in Perak. Actually, what happened was that this waste came from, went to Kuala Langat, and we closed down Kuala Langat illegal waste. But we need to dispose this waste, and that company can help us to dispose it. So, and the landowner of the Kuala Langat land will have to pay of this disposal of this. So when they found, it is actually at the disposal facilities already. That is a disposal facilities to dispose of this UK waste in Malaysia, with the money from the pocket of the landowner of those, whoever that ran the landowner that ran this to the illegal factories. So the landowner must be responsible. For example, if plastic waste is to be found on your land, plastic waste, a dump like Kuala Langat land, is to be found on your land, the state government can use national land code to make you to rectify the situation as to go back to the original situation, and you have to foot the bill. Failing which, the state government can confiscate the land. So the rubbish that is found in Ipoh is at the disposal facilities already. And it is right, it is from the UK, but it is already at the disposal facilities. And this is what we have to see. A UK waste, but Malaysia's government need to make sure it is disposed of clearly. And I have already in touch with the UK High Commission of how to move forward in terms of the cost, in terms of machineries, in terms of capacity building, etc. So we will collaborate and help to curb this from happening again. Okay?
Thank you. 色邦那边也是出现那个洋垃圾场，就是有那个200多个居民在那边抗议的。
洋垃圾场 not all illegal factories are illegal. Not all recycling factories are illegal. But we will investigate that particular case, individual case. 那个色邦的这个案件不是每一个循环垃圾的厂都是非法的。但是那个色邦的厂呢，我们会去调查，看下是不是真的是不环保，然后不遵从这个环境法这个环境素质法令。
All these illegal factories part of a syndicate, or they are all isolated cases?
I suspect, let me just put it this way, because I cannot say something that has no proof. I have shown you one example that one recycling company in the UK can export more than 1,000 containers for recycling in Malaysia. And this is more than 50,000 metric tons. And it was imported by one single company in Malaysia. So do you term it as syndicate, or it's up to you to interpret? But we can find from all the data that we get, we'll continue to do the investigation.
Last question.
Wow. So who hasn't? Okay, two of you hasn't asked me.
Maybe on the sidetrack. Recently,
Sidetrack. You want to do sidetrack? Let's yeah.
How many tons of plastic waste that Malaysia imported last year, and is there any plan to impose a limit or a quota on the plastic waste?
We have already have it, but this one is best answered by another minister, because the Ministry of Local Government is the one that issue the permits and taking care of them. We are working together with them, and we have already given our feedback, but it will be best announced by the minister herself. Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Betul-betul tak yang sepang tadi, Wabi? Yang sepang.
Sebab kita akan buat siasatan. Kita akan buat siasatan atas kebimbangan penduduk-penduduk. Kita akan membuat siasatan dan sama ada boleh teruskan ke tidak. Dan saya nak katakan bukan semua kilang adalah haram, ya. So bukan semua kilang kita semula adalah haram, tapi untuk Sepang kita perlu buat siasatan. Saya tak boleh membuat keputusan sehari ini sebab siasatan belum lagi disiap. Saya telah memberi arahan untuk membuat siasatan yang sepenuhnya atas kilang ini.
Okay, do you have a time frame to when?
Okay. Those who have not asked first. Another issue later on, yeah. Another issue is not going to be answered today, yeah. TNB in the afternoon. I'm going to do a PC. That's on the TNB issue.
Yes.
Linus, I'm going to do a later when we have other. Okay, wait. Okay, who else want to do plastic? Just plastic? And all asked before already. Okay.
Thank
Is
you.
any of this a failure of Malaysian law? I mean, obviously it is the fault of the country sending, but how has it been allowed to become such a huge issue in Malaysia? Is there a loophole that's been exploited in Malaysian law?
There is, I think it is because both countries shall be responsible for this. And let me remind you that there is a Basel Convention that the export country must be responsible of what is to be exported as well. All right?
But that's only recently had an amendment.
And that is why there is also a loophole on the export.
Is there a time frame when you think or the ministry think that it kept this entry of illegal waste?
Since last year, July until today, the impact of this smuggling and illegal plastics, we have received less and less number of complaints. We are seeing less and less of these illegal factories mushrooming. We are seeing the situations gets better, but we will take until the end of the year, at least until the end of the year, for a full clampdown. When I say full, it's also not like 100%. I will be cheating to say that there will not be people who want to repeat again, who wants to try their luck again. But we will go all out, and then we hope to have a full clampdown by end of the year. Okay, you have not asked before.
Is 60 the final number for all this?
For first phase of investigation.
Why did this follow-up? For that 60, to get that 60, how many did yours inspect?
We have inspected 123. But those that are not inspected doesn't mean you cannot send back. Because they actually came in without a permit. They come in illegal, so they are smuggled in. Whether or not whatever is inside, even go inside, you are sending them back, right?
Yeah,
But they are all sampak.
who's actually paying the fine? Because we said
I think that's enough. For a faster one, the importer faster. For a faster action, that is why we all go with the trader first. Get the trader to pay first. Because faster, 14 days. Because the exporter to pay needs to go through a Basel Convention. It is longer time. So we will always go through the route of first get the trader to pay. If the trader cannot be found or whatever, then we get. But most of the time we can get the trader lah. We have the names.
What out of the 123
many things already lah.